Hey guys, thanks for watching Nerf Socom reviews. Today we're doing the Nerf Which Should I Get 2015. It's kind of the extra series. This is like extra guns, kind of the final guns. Really, there's just two different series. We're going to be doing the Star Wars series. Plus, it's kind of an odd setup we got because we didn't really find a good place to put the Modulus. So it's just these and the Modulus. A little bit odd, but I think it fits because out of the rest of the guns, this is probably the best thing to do. So, let's get into it. I'll just start out with the simple reviews on all these guns. First, the Chewbacca Bowcaster. Effective range on this guy was around 25 feet. For the pros and cons of it, it had a nice ammo holder here. It had pretty good range, and it was very quiet. How you use this gun, by the way. You first pull this back. You have to make sure it goes under the latch. You push this back in here. Pull the trigger. It's fairly simple. Works just as you see. So you could probably almost do it at the same time if you were to have like this. I've never tried that actually. I don't know why I am trying. Anyways, it's a pretty cool gun. I like it. For the cons though, the scope is kind of pointless. It doesn't make any sense. It's not very accurate, which is kind of annoying. Plus, it can jam if you don't pull this back properly. You have to make sure you don't have it caught on a little piece in there. You have to make sure it's behind this bar. It's right there. So, yeah. Next, we have the First Order Stormtrooper Deluxe Blaster. This is really cool. I love this gun because it's basically like a Raider or a Rampage because it's like a, it's just, they reshelled it basically, and it's just Star Wars too, so it's pretty cool. I like it. Effective range, I think was supposed to be around 27 feet. That's what we said on the review. However, because it has like the same internals, it should be 30 feet, just like the Rampage is. So, yeah. For the pros and cons of this, first, pros that it has a clip system. It does have slam fire, so you can get multiple shots off really quickly, just by holding down the trigger. It also has so a nice stock attachment here, which is kind of nice. It's very solid. For the cons, the stock isn't as adjustable like the stock is on the Raider and Rampage because they have that adjustable one, which is kind of frustrating, but that's all right. Plus, scope is pointless. I think all the scopes and sights on Star Wars guns are pointless. Nobody can ever use them. You'd be right up to your face. Your stock would be right up to your face. It's just uncomfortable. It doesn't work that well. So, but yeah, I think I didn't show how it works. Basically, to use this, you load the clip, you stick it in here, you push this forwards, pull the trigger. It's very simple. And to do slam fire, hold the trigger down, and while you're pushing this forwards, it'll automatically fire the next dart. It's a 12-round magazine, by the way. Next, we have the First Order Stormtrooper Blaster, not Deluxe Blaster. These are like similar names. It's very frustrating. They should change that a little bit. But the effective range of this gun was around 23 feet. How you use it, basically what you do is you pull this little piece back here. It's kind of hidden. It's kind of cool. You take a dart, put it in the front, pull the trigger. It's fairly simple. Pros and cons. First pros is that it's very comfortable. It's small. You can put it in any holster or even in your pocket, which is nice, and it's very comfortable. I like the feeling of it. For the cons, well, actually another pro is that it has a railing here and you have a nice sight, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cheesy how it works, but you could put this on any other rifle that does have like a front sight but doesn't have a back sight. Say for example this one here, because it does have a front but not a back one, so you just put it on there or something, which is kind of cool. For the cons of this, it is a little weird how it works. You can't really pull this back too easily. It's really short, so you think it'd be really quick. However, you can't insert both your fingers in there. It's kind of just a really small area. It's kind of weird. Plus, the range and accuracy is not that great. As you heard, I said it was around 23 feet, which is not too good. So now for the Modulus, this gun's effective range is around 30 feet. The pros and cons of this, well, actually how it works is basically what you do. You first need to put batteries in here. You unscrew this. That's 4 AA batteries. You load the magazine. You pull out the magazine, get some here. You load, I think it's a 10-round magazine. Put it up in here. You pull the revving trigger and the primary trigger. And you just shoot as many darts as you can by pulling as fast as you can, which is kind of cool. For the pros and cons of this, first off, the pros is it's very customizable. It has a ton of attachments on it. It's got the barrel, the grip, the sight, and the stock, which is nice. Also, the stock has a clip system thing here, so you can have another clip in there, which is kind of cool. It's a little weird to take out though. Another pro is that it does have revving, so you can shoot a lot of darts off pretty quickly, which is nice for close range. Very nice for close range. However, the cons for this, it is a flywheel, which has a lot of bad parts, is that you have to constantly replace batteries, which could be expensive. Plus, if you have weaker batteries, it's not going to be as strong, and it's just louder. Overall, everyone's going to know where you are because you're just going to be revving this the entire time, which is a little weird. Plus, you can't get as decent ranges as you could with a lot of other plunger system weapons. So another con is that this gun has the stock here. Even though it's pretty nice, it has the clip you can put inside of it, but it's really wobbly. It's very wobbly, so you have like no support on it. I'd prefer to go without it, if anything, just because there's no support. If anything, it's better without, because I feel like you grip it a little bit better. Plus, the gun can be a little heavy just because it does have like 4 AA batteries in it, so it's a little bit front heavy, which is not a bad thing. Not too much though, you can easily one-hand it though. Now let's just narrow out these weapons, so we have 2 left. I think it's gonna be pretty obvious to you guys that I'm gonna put this guy to the side because this isn't that amazing. It's just a simple pistol. I like it, it's very comfortable, but compared to the rest of these, it's not something you'd wanna get. Plus, this one, I'm not gonna say it's this one either, because this one, well, I really like it because it's silent and it's just really cool looking, and I really like the idea of having a Chewbacca Blaster weapon. But there's quite a few cons to it, and it's not as comparable to the rest of these. For the last 2, you guys are gonna have to choose which one you prefer. In my opinion, it's pretty tough because there are a lot of cons to the Modulus because, well, first of all, it's a flywheel, which I don't always like. I prefer to have a slam fire blaster because it's a plunger system. However, some people disagree because you can do a lot faster rapid fire with a Modulus weapon. But with a plunger system, I feel like you can always get good ranges. So yeah, I feel like that's something a little bit difficult. Whatever you think is more effective in battle, whichever one you prefer, you can put down in the comments below, and we'll be putting that in the final. So yeah, thanks for watching Nerf Socom Reviews, and we'll see you guys next time.